Hello, can you hear me? Testing. Yeah. Okay, great. Welcome everyone to this evening's episode of the Chronically Offline. I'm your host, Izzy, and I have a guest here, but they're not here right now. I'll bring them on in the next screen shortly. Just testing if everyone can hear me. La 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 la. Can you hear me? I can't. Be quiet though. How is this? Oh, great. Good. Okay, so I've got a disclaimer like I always put up. If anyone does want to take a moment and read that before we get started, it's just basically to cover my back, to cover any guests' back, essentially. But I hope you enjoy today's episode. I think this is going to be this for me at least, and probably Zay, because it's quite it is a vulnerable episode. You know what I mean? It's quite a deep dive. Yeah. So I think we can get started. Okay. Hello, everyone. I haven't got my mic on, I don't think. Can you hear me still? You can see me. And you can hear me. Oh, great. Zake, you can unmute your mic.
Hello.
Can you hear Zake? I don't like saying your username. I'm so used to your legal name. Are we running okay? We all hear the grumpy old man?
The grumpy old man. I love it when you call me that.
But again, quiet. That might be on my side. Let me turn up the Discord sound.
Is that better?
Is this all better now, everyone? How we're doing?
I just had to turn up my mic again.
It's all right. Better. Great. Fantastic. I'm excited for this, actually. Nervous,
Cool.
but I'm excited. Okay, let me just, I'm not even on my proper navigation thing here. Oh, I am. I think. Anyway, right, guys. I have questions here. So, this got voted in my server as, like, what you wanted next as podcast. I really like getting my viewers and supporters to vote on what we have for our episodes on the podcast. Good evening, everyone. I don't know where to put myself. So this I'm
Just casually doing a mum wave.
I'm diagnosed BPD. A little bit of a quick backstory with that because it's so like silly, but apparently a lot more common in the UK than you would think. So I was diagnosed with BPD back in 2019. It has been on my medical documents ever since. I didn't know. No one's ever told me. I've gone over everything. I've spoken to GPs. I've spoken to professionals. They've confirmed, yes, you are diagnosed with this. I've managed to put essentially 2 and 2 together of the memories I could put together because I'm not in the best mental state as it is, but I was in a really bad place then. So, yeah. And now I am being referred to, what's it now? Because there's that many, it's like the middleman. So I need to get, you have caught a stream. You have. So it's essentially the middleman they decide if I'm severe enough for the secondary mental health service. So, for such as people that suffer from like psychosis, BPD, bipolar, you name it. Or you have your other one, which in my town it's called IAPT. So, which is for like depression, generalized depression, anxiety. Not to say that that's not bad, because that is, it's a terrible thing to have to go through within itself. Yeah. So this is how we are here today. This is my partner, and I've got to try so hard because I respect his identity, and I'm not going to say his legal name. Um, this is my partner. Do you want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Zeke. I have been partnered with Zeke for the last 2 years. I am just as unfiltered as she is, and I get very passionate about what I speak about and tend to go off on tangents. So please put me back on track if I do.
No, we love that here though. This is, I was like, I need you here. You're worse than me. He's saying
I
he's as
know.
like unfiltered. He's worse, mate. This is why you have like no online presence, because you would be cancelled, mate. So
Oh,
I'd get
100%.
you one of these t-shirts, guys. Have you seen this? How cool is this shit? I love this shit. Anyway, so okay, so I've got a load of different type of questions here. For whatever reason, on my file, it's lined them up really weird. But anyway, so we're just going to make a start. And chat, if you do want to get involved, I don't know ever where to look. If you want to get involved, you are more than welcome to ask questions in the comments, give your opinions. If you feel you know anyone that would benefit from a stream like this, that suffers from a mental illness or anything like that, or has a partner or a relative or a friend that suffers from mental illness, send it to him. Send it to him. I think these can be really insightful. Yeah, really. Anyway, let's go. So when we first started dating, what did you? You're just gonna end up making me laugh. What did you know or think you knew about BPD?
Pretty much nothing, to be honest. I mean, it's only in the sort of last 6 to 12 months that it's sort of been on both our radars, realistically. I know you had a previous friend that had it as well, and they were. How do I put it? Let me rephrase that. I thought that BPD stood for bipolar.
Disorder.
Basically,
Yeah.
I do nothing. So
Yeah.
it's been enlightening these last sort of 6 to 12 months. With obviously, I can't remember how you initially discovered that it was on your file. Did you just sort of looked on your NHS thing, didn't you? And
So
it were like there, and you just like, huh, the
so
hell is that?
So what it was, right? I had seen it on letters for years, but I didn't know it was BPD because it was under unstable personality disorder, EUPD, right? Because that's the old term for it. That's not generally used anymore. So I didn't.
That's very vague, isn't it? Sorry, I'm
No,
just
you're
chipping in.
fine.
It's like very vague, and it weren't even like directly communicated to you, was it? It was just
No.
kind of small print on the letters that you'd been receiving.
Yeah. So, good evening, by the way, Ginger. Thank you everyone for joining. So, I'd gone to the doctors about PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And under the DMS-5, whatever it's called, they diagnosed me with that because they have the power. A GP has the power to do that. They do, legally they do. So that was that. Didn't think anything of it. And I was like, right, can I have that in writing and stuff? They were like, yeah, sure, because a lot of these, again, a lot of people on TikTok and online just think it's okay to be like, you're not diagnosed with that. And I'm like, okay, hon, right, sure. But anyway, so I went onto my files because I do have the NHS app on my phone, which I think everyone should have in the UK. It's a very good app. And they'd sent me it, and it was like, it had like I remember it had a black background, white writing, it was very formal. And I'm looking through it, I'm seeing it was like EUPD, and I'm thinking, hold the phone, I think I know that term now, because, I pick up on things, I studied counselling at college and stuff. So I went onto the Google, and it was like, this is BPD, and I'm thinking, right, so I've suffered because you do stuff, I don't care. People can say other words. I've had people being like, we shouldn't call it a disorder. And I'm like, right, I'm not being funny. This is a personality disorder and it makes me disorderly. I'm sorry. I'm not
That's
going
just the reality of it.
like, so, and then I rang, because it's all on my private TikTok, this is not on my podcast one, because I don't post about it really. It's just saying how, like, I've got the ball rolling. Spoke to the GP. They were basically like, yeah, you were diagnosed, I want to apologise. And I'm like, well, it's too late. They were like, what do you want? I was like, some medication. I want some like therapy, like DBT. It's DBT, right? Got my book over there. And they were like, yeah, sure, okay, sounds. I thought, great. I'll get sent to the community mental health team, which again is like the secondary one for more severe cases. It's in that quotation marks. And I thought that was that. Fantastic, right? And then I get a call from talking therapies, and I'm thinking, right, what's this about? Oh, yeah, I can't see any referral that's been made on your file for that. Secondary health. I was like,
Yeah, they lied to you, didn't they?
yeah, so there was some, either it bounced back or the doctor lied. And
Something's gotten mixed up in the system there. And also, to go back on your point about people saying, oh, don't call it disorder and stuff, you know, I think, just to chime in again, going on a bit of a tangent, just because words have negative connotations doesn't mean they need to be used, doesn't mean they're always used in a negative context.
Queen, clipping that,
Like,
baby.
let's call a duck if it looks like a duck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you look like a cunt and you're a cunt, you're a cunt.
Exactly.
So, so I then was like speaking. The lady and the talking therapist was like, "Hey, look, I'll assess you. I'll speak to my management, and we will. I'm gonna speak to my management and try and get you referred myself." And she was like, "I clearly can tell that you need secondary help with this. We can't help you here." And I'm like, I knew that because again, I'd been through this around 2019 when I first got diagnosed, and no one told me. And I was seeing several different types of like therapists at the time. Some two in the room, two at once. You know.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, they were like, this is like your support worker," and I'm like, support worker, what for? Again, because no one had told me of this diagnosis, right? So,
Well, again, going back to what I mentioned earlier with like your other friend
yeah.
from before, they had a support worker that would, I don't know like how that works, but they did have a support worker
Generally, you can.
because of that.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I was just gonna say, generally, you often can have like a support worker. I do believe if you're under the age of like 25. And I know
Right,
I was like early 20s then, so that would have made sense. But you know, yeah. So that's that one. Anyway, so right, next question, because I feel like we went off there. Holy
I
crap!
did warn you.
I know I'm bad though me myself. I could do these for hours. So was there a moment where you realised BPD would play a big role in our relationship?
Uh, Not specifically a moment, more kind of like after a couple sort of. I want to word this like.
Do it. I'm not bothered. Do it.
Okay, just like after a couple, like several instances of like
Splitting.
back and forth. Not necessarily that, but where we've had sort of like not necessarily arguments, but sort of like disagreements or like little spats about certain things, like you know, just unimportant things. And you said, "No, I'm not splitting," and I'm like, "Are you though? Aren't you though?" You know, because sometimes it can come across like you are, even though you're saying you're not, and then that has me confused a lot of the time if you actually are or not, and like what I can do in those situations sort of help, because there are different things that I can do if you are or if you aren't. And I think that's one of the biggest things for me.
That's fair. That's fair. Uh, how did you feel when you first like found out that like I had BPD?
I
Just-
don't really remember any sort of feeling. I just sort of rolled with the punches as they came, and then obviously, as things started slowly getting, I don't want to say getting worse, but like it was more like having a realization that it was affecting things in a certain way. I was like, kind of like, oh, I, I actually need to sort myself out alongside it, and it's kind of sort of like a double whammy of kind of because I'm trying to obviously like work on myself as well at the same time,
mm,
and then learn about this and help you and support and comfort you as well. It is difficult at times, but you know,
yeah, sorry, pardon me.
okay.
I just freaking burping.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. No, that does. That does. Sorry, I'm just taking it all in, I think. Um,
Yeah.
what has been the most challenging part of being in a relationship with someone who has BPD?
I think I've already sort of described it. Really, it's sort of the not knowing if you're having a moment, so to speak, or if you're just
You can just call it a
a little bit pissed
split.
off. If you're having a split, or if you're
I'm not
just sort
offended.
of, just having, how do I put it? If you're having a split, or if you're just a little bit pissed off about something,
Yeah.
you know, because obviously when you are splitting, communication, it can break down, and
Yeah.
obviously I know from the past when we've spoken, it's like certain words make you worse. Like I'll tell you to chill, and I'm not like trying to trigger anything. I'm like, look, take a step back and chill. Like, because that's the word that I would use if I were like getting really heated and I needed to walk away. I'm like, okay, I need a minute to go and chill. But, do you know what I mean? So I think
Thank
the
you.
biggest challenge is obviously working on the
Yeah. It's a lot to.
communication
It's a
side of
lot to deal with.
things.
It's a lot.
It is. It
It's a
is.
lot. I know. I know. I'm a lot though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've had it phrased in different ways from previous people I've dated and stuff. But hey, you know.
But again, I'm not with you in spite of your problems. I'm with you because it's a part of you, and I want to be there and help you through it. Do you know what I mean? Because you are a fantastic partner.
Don't you make me cry. I don't want one of these episodes where I'm like gonna cry. Thank you. Thank you for the lovely messages in the chat. It's really appreciated, honestly. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a fair bit, so I've really made. Sorry for literally spamming everyone with this because, this means a lot to me. So, yes. Oh, just quickly, I know people watching. Is the dude that has BPD in this chat watching now? The lovely gentleman that had the
No,
operation?
I've just refreshed it.
Because
Unfortunately,
I've
I don't
been
think he is.
I wanted to invite him. He's friends with Dynamic. Um,
It might be worth just sending him a link to the VODs after the fact,
hold on.
if they're interested, of course. They go by he. Is it he?
Yes. So
I just default to using they nowadays.
okay, let's. Okay. What do you wish more people understood about partners of people with BPD?
Sorry, repeat that.
Okay, sorry. What do you wish more people understood about partners of people with BPD? Am I making sense?
So, like people like myself.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Ah,
Wait,
okay.
wait. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so people like myself. Um, what do I wish people understood more? To be honest, for me, I don't really give a fuck. I don't need people to understand me. If anything, I would just want them to more understand yourself and, you know, the illness itself and what comes with it. Not necessarily for my sake, but for yours.
Well, I don't know. You just kind of like. I've tried to like, because I've gotten help for like other things with my mental health. So like
Yeah, yeah.
it does help a little bit with it. It has helped.
Mm.
Like I look back on how I was when I was younger, and I was shocking. I was shocking. Like I was scary. I was really really scary and just hated the world. I just was really fucking horrible. Do you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
over the years, after having some help, getting some therapy, I've had counselling, going back into therapy, had the meds. Not that that's really helped at the time, and also just honestly kicking myself in ass and being like, I can't carry on like this.
Yeah.
Essentially, because I lost a lot of friends, rightfully so, because I used my mental health as an excuse for my shitty behaviour at the time in like my late teens, early 20s, and now I have like no one from when I was younger as a friend. That's on me, but that is
Yeah.
on me. No one else.
Oh yeah. It's
It's
just one of them things, isn't it? You can't.
yeah. So anyway, how do you take
But I
care?
think for me, sorry,
Oh
just
no, go on.
can I?
You could
Just
right.
thinking like the thing that scares me the most, and not necessarily with you, but for myself as well, is I'm not diagnosed, but I believe I have a mixture of
Something.
more likely ADHD than autism, but maybe both. I don't know. Um, I fear that no matter how much work and effort I put into it, there are just some things that I will never be able to change,
In yourself, or
regardless of how. Yeah, yeah, just like habitual and things like that because of it. But I don't want to use that as an excuse. Do you know what I
no,
mean?
I get that. No, no, that's. I think that's a valid concern that anyone would have about themselves. To be fair,
Yeah.
I
And I
think.
think going back to your previous question about people understanding is these illnesses are lifelong,
Yeah.
and I would encourage people to obviously try to understand more, but not give up on the person. Like, obviously, people have to protect their peace. That's more than understandable. But I would encourage people to stick around for more than they're comfortable with, if that makes sense. Because, again, certain things are hard to change when you have these neurological disorders, mental illnesses, things like that. There are just some things that are extremely hard to change if they're able to change at all, no
Yeah.
matter how much they try in spite of them.
Yeah. Um. So, how do you take care of your own mental health while supporting me? He
How do I
doesn't.
take care of my own mental health while supporting you? Um, I consider myself to be an empath. So, yeah, I probably would end up prior. And again, this is something that I need to work on. I need to work on finding that balance
Yeah.
between yourself and myself.
I'll send you
Because
some
obviously I've got my own
resources or
mental
something.
illness stuff.
Yeah. I'll send you some resources after stream. If
But
anyone that's got
oh
partners
yeah, of
here,
course.
if you want any resources, drop me a message after stream or on the Discord or something, and I'll get you some resources for like people, like with partners and stuff. It's a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking lot. We can't, I don't think we should be a burden, but I do think we need to be like self-aware that we can be a lot though. It's not
Yeah.
always them. It can be us. Hate me for that. You know.
But I also think that there's a very fine line between blaming yourself for you being a lot and obviously your partner taking accountability when they're being dicks. Because it's very easy for them. Like, because I know, like, in some of the messages, are you okay with me sort of sharing, like, tidbits of some of the conversations we've had? Not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
direct quotes, but like
Yeah, that's fine.
paraphrasing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, like, you'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry for treating you that way," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, from my perspective, when you say that, I feel like it's very easy for me to sort of twist the narrative in my favor. Do you know what I mean? I don't have like
I'm a
how do I
narcissist
explain this
wet
without
dream. I'm a narcissist
exactly,
wet dream.
exactly.
We don't
Like,
put people with BPD with the narcissist.
yeah, because obviously as like previous relationships, like that has happened to me with people, friendships and otherwise, like where the narrative has been twisted
Fuck
against
you,
me.
Zakesex, you fucking cunt. Sorry.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah. Sorry. No, I do. Yeah.
And like I've always said, like, look, we've both been shit. Let's take a step back, then come together and have, you know, have a cuddle, talk it out properly, and move forward from there.
Reading a comment, I think anyone in a supporting role should have access to help and resources for their own mental health, not just those in relationships with people with BPD across the board.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, to be clear. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone, you know, if you've got friends, relatives, out like that, you want some resources, let me know and I'll find you some reliable sources and I'll send you them. I saw, you know, I saw it was funny on the NHS. I read it the other day, just quickly, and it said something like, because you can have like paranoia, you can go into like a state of psychosis with BPD. You can, if it gets that bad, yeah, you can. And it said like on the NHS, it was like, tell a friend in confidence that you have BPD so they can ring your carer. And I'm like, carer? I was like, where? So I just thought that was quite funny. I was like, no, I'm doing no, I'm dear mate. But anyway, so next question.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, just going back to that. You know,
Yeah, go on.
I feel like it's very important for people who are both partners and partnered with people of BPD is to realize how privileged you are to be in a position where you have that ability to change the narrative and not take advantage of it. You know, make a good choice and be a good person, because there are a lot of people in this fucked up world that would take advantage and have many a time taken advantage of people who are in that position. And also for people who are, you know, could potentially be on the receiving end of being taken advantage of, to realize when that's happening and have the confidence to do what you need to do to get out of that situation, whether that be on the lower end of the spectrum to just have a talk and be like, look, you are doing this, be confident in the fact that you know that they are doing this to you, or on the higher end, leave, cut them off, do what you got to do.
Hello, lazy. Marry this man.
Does that make sense? Sorry. I went on a real rant.
I think it's a good egg, right? You need to start bringing me like little nice round pebbles home. So, but welcome in, lazy. Welcome in. And yes, thank you. See, marry this man. I don't make the rules, guys, do I? I just mod the chat, right? Paint Cthulhu on the pebbles. That's actually adorable. To be fair. We've been looking at like plushies for our mascot.
Yeah, we're looking at plushies earlier.
Yeah.
But I've seen some on Etsy and they're just so expensive though.
I know.
But I really want to buy one. Maybe in a couple of months when I've got a bit of extra money.
I'll have a look at like merch and stuff. Like, but back to podcast. Back to episode.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, let's see. What do you do when I'm splitting?
That's difficult. Again, going back to what I've said before, sometimes I just don't know if you are or not, because you say you're not, but you probably are, and I don't really know what to do with myself. There have been times where I've just like had enough, and like I've gone off on you as well, like at the same time when you're mine. Obviously, that doesn't help, but
it's hard.
Again, like I said earlier, I'm trying to work on myself with that, and like not retaliating, and you know, sort of being the bigger person, so to speak. But it is hard sometimes because I am like an absolute fucking joker clown motherfucker, and I will clap back at anyone. Do you know what I mean? But doing that to my partner sometimes, like it's almost instinctual to do it, but obviously I need to try and be better with that with my partner. 100%. Because it's not nice. It's not nice for me, like when you're splitting on me. It's not nice for you when I'm retaliating and clapping back with shit, and I'm just like, yeah.
Um, I think for me,
Just in like a general sense. Sorry.
no, you're all right. I don't know if anyone else is like this that's in the chat that has BPD, but like, cause sometimes like I want to realize stuff and then I don't, and then I'm like, is it this? Is it that? But I think I'm coming to realize there's like levels to it. So like I can
Yeah.
like absolutely flip my shit like that, and I'm like, I explode, and I'm like raging. Or
Hmm.
like I'm or I'm like super suicide. Oh, can I say that on a live? I want to on a live.
No,
Oh,
not on Switch. I don't think.
no. So that I want to end my life. That's a bit better word, surely. Um, or get like really emotional or like really angry, agitated, or then like I think I don't know if I'm starting to. I don't know. I don't know if it's. And then like I think sometimes it like creeps in. I don't know. So it's just like the problem is with me. Something will come into my head like a paranoid thought, an insecurity, and
Yeah.
it builds up and up and up and up in my head, and it's like a continuous cycle. But with the BPD at least, it gets faster and faster and faster
Yeah.
till
And
I
more intense.
yeah till I can't like handle it anymore, and I have to like verbalize that in some way, um, and that's it really. But I'm trying. I am working on it. I do actually have a
Exactly.
workbook. It's hard as shit. Because you've basically got to break habits and ways
Yeah.
of thinking, and
Similar.
achieve
Let me
what you
chime in.
want.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Similar to how I said I need to stop like being like retaliating like by instinct and like getting defensive with stuff. I think it's the same view of like trying to communicate properly when you are having those episodes and realizing that, and then we can come to an agreement what we can do in the moment to
Yeah.
mitigate.
Yeah. Um.
Sorry, continue.
No, that's it really. So I'm just reading more questions. If anyone does have any questions in the chat, put them in the chat. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. So, uh, what have you learned about yourself from being in this relationship?
I'm not as chill and as open a book as I initially thought I was. Well, you're surprised to hear me say that, aren't you? um,
I pink pilled you
I've learnt
ages ago.
that I've learnt that me being quote unquote chill is more actually avoidant as opposed to being sort of upfront and communicative, which obviously going back to what I've said before is something that I'm trying to work
Yeah.
on. And being more open with stuff and honest about how I'm actually feeling in the moment rather than just saying, oh yeah, everything's fine and then like having a problem afterwards. I think one of the problems that I have is I'll say I'm fine when I'm not, but what I really need is just to sort of process stuff
Yeah.
for a good while before I can articulate how I feel,
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's valid.
rather than because a lot of the times I'll try and give like instant responses, but when realistically, and that can go for like not just you know something that's upset me. It can go for something at work, something that someone's asked me to do or help with. A lot of the times I can do what I need to do, but if there's something that I need to process, I need time to process
Yeah.
something. I'd like think about sort of the process.
Yeah.
For example, like at work, if I'm asked to do something that I've not done before, how do I get what I need to get
Yeah.
the end result? Or, you know, in a relationship, if something's upset me or if I'm asked a difficult question, I need time to actually process that information and truly have like a good think about how that genuinely makes me feel and
Yeah.
how to communicate that back. Because I feel like most of the time I feel like I have to give like an immediate response to stuff when
Yeah.
realistically I should communicate like, hey, I need to process this information. Can I have some time to think about it? And you know,
That's understandable. I think that's valid. I think you do a better job of that than me because I'm boom. Ooh.
I try. I try.
Thank you for liking this shirt, right? What a bargain from Vinted. Steal. It was like £3, and I thought this is bang on for me, right? Dynamic. Do you? Sorry, I know. Just quickly. Could you send this stream to that friend of yours that's had that surgery? Because I know he's got BPD, so I thought he might enjoy this. Because I do believe he's in a relationship as well. Back to this. So,
But sorry, just going back to that. Um, Sometimes I will given like a response to something that I feel is like the sorry, not the respect, the expected response, like just to people please.
when we first started dating, he was an absolute people pleaser, like chronically a people pleaser. And thank you, Dynamic, I appreciate that. So I've had to like kind of not before anyone clips this, not literally. I had to slap him out of it a little bit, and was like, no, don't put up with shit from people. Don't let them walk all over you. Like, I think I I'm a people pleaser when it comes to a favourite person. I am. I admit that. Well, if you are my favourite person, I'm out to fucking please you, and I'll worship the ground you walk on. If you're not, I'm still gonna like respect you and stuff, but that level is just a little bit different, you know what I mean? And I don't let people walk all over me. Especially after more recent events, gotta grow a backbone and stuff, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just say,
And like
fuck off.
going back to what I said before, like you saying, "Oh, I'm the favorite person. I'll people please them and worship the ground they walk on." That obviously going back to having the privilege to sort of make the decisions on certain things. If you know what I'm getting at, that can be like a difficult thing as well because if there's like a difficult decision that needs to be made, then you have to be the person to do that.
I think I get you. I don't know. I think I get you. So sorry, I've just gone. I had a brain fart, guys. So, what's next? Oh, we'll do the ad. Actually, we'll do our little advertisement of the small business because I haven't done that yet this evening. It might mute you. I don't know, Zake, but we'll see.
I'll mute myself.
No worries. So, this is our today's sponsor. I don't even know if I'm fully allowed these on, but I'm going to be quick about it. This is Dynamic Dungeon Designs. They're an adult toy maker. They're a small business, and they will be on my podcast next week talking about like struggles of running a small business in 2025. They are on essentially all social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, the lot. They make, I think they do custom designs as well. You can, lovely guy. Yeah, really. Love supporting my small businesses where I can. So, thank you. Okay, and now we should be back on. Zake, you can unmute. Bound chicka wee wow, chicka wee. I could sound. Okay. Put this somewhere. Oh, I never know how to put all my little screens. Okay, next question. I feel like this might go on to an hour and a half, but we shall see. I just love this kind of stuff, though. I love the nitty gritty. So
I'm just playing RuneScape in the background.
He doesn't care. He's getting XP.
No XP waste.
See, obviously, Zake, I've told you, I've gone into quite detail in private what kind of person I used to be like in my past, and I have to people that do know me on here. I'm not shy about it because, I know I've changed, regardless
The past
of
is the past.
regardless. People can try and make assumptions. I'm really the only one that knows if I've changed or not, right? So this was just relating to the question. What's something you admire about how I manage my BPD now?
Oof.
If you can answer that, you might not be able to be fair, because I know you know.
I don't think I can answer that.
That's fine.
Really.
Well, I can answer it. I can answer it for myself.
I can only really say that you're just like a generally better person than you were a couple years ago.
I mean, I can answer it for myself at least a little bit. So, I have a lot more, like, I think honestly, what keeps me going through a lot of it is my daughter, because, like, when I was younger, and I'd like split and have really bad episodes, especially the worst one. It is bad, but the worst ones I have is when I go through like breakups. Typically, my favorite person's gone. That's it. You do feel like, and and all that kind of. It just is what it is. That's just how that feels like. And I remember, I'll never forget this because I've told it to a few people, but one of like the worst episodes I think I had was couple. Me and this dude we broke up, and I shit it was like 7 a.m. waking up in the morning. It was piss pouring rain, about 7 in the morning, and I tried to walk, I don't know, like 5-10 miles to this ex-boyfriend's parents' house because I wanted him back. I got halfway, and then a friend at the time called me, and she was like, if you do not get your ass back in your house, I'm going to get you sectioned. Rightfully so. I don't blame her, to be fair, for being that way, because did it sort me out? Yeah, I went home. I was crying as well, like walking the whole way, like in fucking floods of tears. Like, where I mean, say, where those big windy roads are in the countryside on the way to town from where you live, without revealing like streets and areas. And there's lots of countryside, windy roads, near a roundabout, and there's a McDonald's.
Yeah.
That way. Essentially there, I walked that from the D place with the name of the area to the S place. Right, so
yeah.
So yeah, I did that, and then there's other things that I just look back and I think that's absolutely, like, I'll be honest, I don't care that people might not like me saying this, bad shit crazy, like absolutely, like, no, because I know I get a few people that are like, oh, you probably just misdiagnosed with autism, and I'm like, no, I'm just bad shit fucking crazy, mate. Like, this is not like what you think that is. It's like, not of sound of mind at times. So, right, okay. So yeah, I just don't do. You know what I mean? I can stop myself at least with stuff like that these days. My daughter's my priority. So I'll have a little cry in front of her sometimes. I try to avoid. I don't split on her, to be very clear. I do not do that, but I don't like to do it in front of her if I can avoid it. So.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so. Okay.
What's next on the agenda?
I'm reading, sorry. Picking a question out. So, have you ever felt burnt out or resentment? If so, how do you deal with that? It's quite a nitty-gritty question. Go on, answer that one.
Resentment, not necessarily, because I obviously understand, like, a lot of times where you're coming from, I can be like, come on, like, it ain't like that. It's not really against you It's just an episode. But
Yeah.
burnt out, like definitely. But again, you need to sort of ground yourself and sort of be like, look, it's not. Um, how do I put it? Like it's not anything against you. Like it is against you, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not real, in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's.
guess is the best way I can describe it. And yeah, I think it's my responsibility to realize that. But yeah, you can definitely feel burnt out.
Mm.
You know, no matter how much you tell yourself it's not real and it's just an episode of all, you can definitely feel burnt out. But
Mm.
you kind of just have to step back and deal with it, communicate.
Mm.
But at the same time, then I don't want to like upset you with how you've upset me. So it's like that is like a huge thing for me.
Mm. Things aren't a walk in the park for sure. Like
No,
it's.
because it's like I can take accountability and say like, right, this isn't real. It's you know, but then just like you have to communicate it back, saying like, oh, the way you said this, and this, and did this,
Mm.
it made me feel like this and that. But you have to come across in a way that's not going to upset them.
I think it's hard because. Well,
Oh, humans are weird.
I know you. I know you know this as well, but Zake can get quite. How do I put it? You can get quite defensive over things. You've gotten better. He's gotten better. You know, if I
I
feel a
have,
certain,
but
like
yeah,
if I sometimes I'll bring something to him. Hey, this made me feel a certain way. It must. I think he. The way I look at it, and Rivenels will know what I'm talking about because we've both studied like the brain and stuff and stuff. You know, you analyze stuff, don't you? Right, but for my when I analyze, I look and I think, right, why is he getting defensive? This is probably a protective, like he's protecting himself, right? Because how do I put it? Because you've not been given that
it's a
space
habitual
where
trauma response.
yeah, it's a trauma. That's it. It's a trauma response because you haven't been given that space where you can also be like, "Hey, this has bothered me," or when someone has approached you with something, it's been full brunt force, and not you've not been given that space to respond back.
Yeah,
Um,
and many a times I know it's a recent thing as well, and I'm not trying to have a dig.
no, it's fine.
I just want to.
It's fine.
But when I open up, and I have been vulnerable to people in my life before, it's been either taken as a joke
Yeah.
or it's been, you know, I've been made the laughing stock for whatever fucking reason, and it just makes you feel like shit. Or it's been like turned around on you, and it's made you to be the bad guy, and then you have to end up comforting the other person.
Yeah.
And not just with relationships, like romantic, but platonic and you know friendships as well. Even familial.
Yeah. Do you think?
It's and that's one of the reasons why I was so on it with like when it happened between us before. Like that's like a huge thing for me.
Mm.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm just taking it all in, honestly, because this is like super chill. I love this. This is lovely and chill. But also like deep questions, right? So,
Hmm.
no, you know, it's people deal with things in different ways. It depends. It honestly, with me though, with me and other people with BPD might be able to relate to this. It's who. It depends who you're speaking to. Honestly, a lot of times, like I don't know, it kind of contradictory. I don't know, but like when Zake says something to me, I could take that pretty personally because that's my favorite person, and I want them to see
Yeah.
me in like the absolute best light. To be, I want to be absolutely perfect for them, and you know, Whereas, you know, sometimes someone else could say something to me, and that can like affect me, and it can upset me, but I can handle it a little better.
Yeah,
It's still upsetting, fucking hell, like,
100%.
but it's, you
And I
know,
think for me, one of the main reasons why I get defensive is because when I've come to people in a vulnerable state, I've been made the laughing stock, or I haven't been taken seriously, or I've then had to comfort other people on what I've said
do you think some
when
of,
I've like tried calling them out, and so that's why feel like I always have to get defensive and get aggressive and angry about shit and clap back at people. You know, it's like the only way I've ever really been able to vent that, and that's not an excuse. That's it's something that I am working on.
do you think some of it could be because obviously you're a man, so do you think it could be to do with toxic masculinity?
Um, I'm not sure. I don't believe so.
Fair enough. That's your opinion, and that's valid. That's fair enough. That's fair. Okay.
I don't feel like I've ever been felt like emasculated by things, But yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway,
Anyway. Okay. What else are the questions? Do you ever struggle? Well, this is kind of similar to what we just spoke about, I guess. Do you ever struggle with expressing your needs because you're afraid of triggering me?
yes,
That's sad.
100%.
Yeah, that's
I'm
sad.
sorry. I
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's
again
fine.
because I'm afraid of having to then comfort you about how I feel makes you feel,
No, no, that's valid. That's
and I
valid.
know that's not good. I know
Oh.
that's not good, but I'd rather avoid upsetting you if I can. But then obviously I let it fester, and then it makes me upset even more, and it kind of blows up, and then we go around in this circle and blah blah blah. But I am trying to be better with being more open
Yeah.
with stuff, like and communicating things in a healthy way.
I'm just talking to Jean in the chat. This is one of Zake's friends. Well, friends with me, I think I'd like to think, but
Is he in here?
yeah, he said, why is Zake a big nerd?
I've just refreshed the thing and it says it's not here.
I'm replying. Well, maybe he put a comment in and left. Oh well. Anyway, so because I've moved my mic again. Hello. So, okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, to reflect on that from my end, it's just something we can work on. We can always.
From both ends, 100%.
So.
I think
It's hard. I do struggle with you, Zake, not taking things personally. I do.
and I struggle with being open with you in fear of, triggering something. I do think that you're very smart at reading people. It's almost scary, but I do think that it's sometimes a little bit too much where you overthink things and it's not what you think it is as well.
No, I know it's. I can read. Oh, you're finally admitting it. There's times I've split on this man and been like, I could read you like a book, and he will go,
It's
no.
fucking scary. It is fucking scary.
I can. Especially if I've got people in front of me, I can read obviously their body language better. And I feel like I can read people over the internet. Like my friends, if you're watching this now, when I message you, hey, how are you doing? That's because I'm concerned for your mental health.
But yeah, there are times where I'm like, you say it and you basically pinpoint it. You say something, like you explain something, and it's like it's this, this, and this, and this, and it's like on the ball, right? But there are times when it's like so fucking tinfoil hat of you, bro. Please, no.
I'm like,
but then you don't listen to me because you're so ingrained with your own defense mechanisms that where you're trying to put up your own walls and you're trying to protect yourself and things. And am I wrong?
no, you're not wrong, but to be clear, like I might accidentally, I don't intentionally psychoanalyze
No, I
this
know.
man,
I know.
right? I don't intentionally, and I know, nor do I recommend anyone do it because it's not even good for your own fucking sanity. Do you know what I mean? Like
No,
it's like, do you know what I
exactly.
mean? Just don't do it. But if you're gonna want to help a person with the mental health, just recommend that they go to therapy and stuff, you know, and not just say it. You know, if you want to send them resources, like I sent Zake, I got him some help and stuff, and um, yeah, really, because it's actually a bit painful when you have to, when I unintentionally analyse your favourite person all the time and their movements of what they're thinking, why they're thinking that. Um, you know, it's oh, for sure, Ren, for sure. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't just go out and I wouldn't do it to anyone though. Do you know what I mean? I'll just, to be very clear, and one, I don't mean to do it, but I wouldn't actively be making the effort to be like, hey, I'm gonna psychoanalyze you now. No, no, like I'm not gonna do that shit. Uh,
That's why I said
yeah.
some things are like on the ball, and then like you'll keep going, and then it's like so far out of left field. It's like put the tinfoil hat on.
Come back, Izzy. You need to sit down and
The people in the street got lizard tongues, and I can see the scales and shit. Like, bro, no, come on.
it gets.
Let's
I do have. I
let's
do get
sit down.
paranoia at times. I have had. Like I do. Like I think.
That's a joke, by the way.
No. I
I'm
know.
joking, but,
Look, it's doing it now.
but you know what I mean.
It's
But you know what I
doing
mean.
it now.
Exactly. That's fine.
No, it's no. I know it's a joke. What was I gonna say? It's like. And there's times like if I do get into like that bad of a mental state, I can get a bit paranoid. Luckily, I haven't really had like not in recent years had psychosis from it. Like I can look back at it
Yeah.
now and be like, back then it was, but like now I get just more
Sure.
like paranoia, and I have to just like talk myself down, or you know like Zake will help me talk me down. It's more, it's usually just ones that like people are after me. They want me to be like everyone's ganging up on me. No one likes me. Like a lot of it's because it's like I'm trying to leave like a good impression on like if you are watching if any of Zake's friends are watching, but just like leave a good impression. So like I can often be like, oh my god, they don't like me, they want me, and I know rationally that's not the case. By the way, I've not done anything wrong to me, but that is my black and white thinking in my brain of. It's one extreme or other with me. I'm like Marmite. You either love me or you hate me. Really. So.
Yeah, like I know you said before, like you think, like some of my friends aren't like, too fond of you and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't think it's that deep. And even if that's the case, like, who cares?
So. I don't know. I think it doesn't help, which I know I'm not judging. Like, this is a me issue. Like, when I've dated people and their friends haven't liked me, that's a me issue, though. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know Gene loves you, though. He's a good egg.
he's a good egg. He's a good egg. What was I going to say? Ren's put, I keep getting the paranoia of all my friends being in a group chat without me and shit talking. I've had that, though. I've had that
before.
I have had
Tell
the
you
things
what.
that have had that happen though, but then they'll you can see me Calvin's. I have had that though, but and it be true, and they will gaslight you. But you have to realize that those people, if that is the case, and if it is true, and you find out it's true, which I have in the past, and they've called me a paranoid bitch and stuff like that. You were gaslit. Don't. You know, this is my intuition. My intuition's really fucking good. So, go on. Sorry.
One event that back in my like teenage years, where I was like so socially inept, so socially anxious, so desperate to fit in and stuff, is obviously I'd play games with friends. I used to play a game called League of Legends. Some people may know it.
I think everyone
Very
knows
toxic
that.
game, and my best friend's brother used to get really angry at it. He used to get angry at me a lot because I wasn't the skill as the rest of them. And some of the times, like, I would literally cry myself to sleep because I'm like, why do these people hate me? But I would still stick around them because I was desperate to be friends with them. But then obviously because I eventually had to cut this person off because he was my best friend's brother, obviously he distanced himself from me. I wasn't getting invited out to anything and things like that. And I was just at the absolute fucking state for a long time. And
Yeah. I think that's a valid response. You know, it's. I think, and I know me and Rivenels talked about it last episode, we have an issue as a society now with how friendships work online,
I'm
RL.
friends again with that person.
Well,
Like
I mean,
he
that
came
does.
he came to me after a while and like apologized for everything, and like that's fine. Like I get that, I accept that, and we all kind of we moved on and we're all friends and that.
That's great. I'm
And,
just sorry,
and
I didn't mean like
yeah,
him as in general.
sorry, no,
That's
I
fine.
just wanted to clarify that.
No, you're fine. You're all good. But I feel we have an issue these days in society on how like friendships work and how we navigate that, and just like like there's just a lot of inconsistent stuff that I'm just like, nah, dog, like that, just nah. Like I don't know if it's because it's my BPD, but obviously I do have friends on the internet, and I'm very grateful for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'd love an RL friend just to do shit with, just to act like goofy with, hang out, have serious conversations if we need serious conversations, just be goofy, and
Yeah.
yeah, you
It's
call
just hard these days, though.
yeah,
It's so hard these days.
yeah,
It's everything's so digital. You know, any RL friends that you would have are like either, for me at least, like 2 hours away or something like that, and we've all moved on and we've grown, not necessarily grown apart, but like, how do I put it? Like we've got our own lives to lead, and everyone's busy, and no one's got
adults,
time for each other. We're all adulting, and
yeah.
it's fucking sad, man.
Yeah. Just reply to Ren like, yeah, but logically it isn't true, but anxiety is mad. You're fighting with your own head. Anxiety will do absolutely wild things and make you do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, it's mad.
It fucked me.
So we've got some these the questions that are funny, light-hearted questions now, guys. We're lighting the mood a little bit because I know we've been we'll cover some serious stuff. We may still.
But, sorry, one sec. Just to say, like, when obviously, the logic, life gets in the way. That's it. Like, obviously, I see Gene in the chat now. Bet he's listening, little dweeb. Like, we don't play games as much anymore together like we used to. Dee obviously works nights. She's not about. And that does upset me. That we're all not as close to each other as we once were.
I think that's valid though.
Because I'm getting a little bit upset talking about it as well, because I absolutely adore these people. Do you know what I mean? We've been friends for like a decade and more at this point. But it does upset me a little bit.
That's valid to feel that way though. I think that's valid. I mean,
But it's no one's fault. It's no one's fault. It's just
yeah.
life. But I just wish maybe we'd all come together a bit more and make a bit more effort with each other. But
Yeah.
that's just me. But I'm not trying to guilt anyone. But that's just me.
You're entitled. Look, you're entitled to your opinion,
That's
mate. On
just
here,
something.
you don't have to keep.
I know.
You don't have to justify yourself on here. Not on this podcast. I don't stand for shite. So, no, you're valid and you feel like that. I mean, I'm like that with RL friends myself, especially when they've got kids. Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a friend lives 10 minutes away. I ain't seen her in like 3 months. I'm not getting into it, but I ain't seen her in like 3 months. That feels shit. She knows. I've spoken to her about it. She's aware. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't an argument, but I was just like, hey, this is how I feel. But she works full time as well, so. Oh, right, some more light-hearted questions. Well, we'll see. So, BPD coded moments. So, Zake, what's my most BPD coded behaviour that low-key makes you laugh?
So to give some context, I am an absolute clown, and I love taking the piss out of you whenever you misspeak something, do something silly, and I'll just take the piss out of you, or just be joking about, and I'm just absolutely rage baiting the hell out of you, and you get like so pissed off in the moment, like in a funny way, and that's like Like, it's so easy to do as well. So what was it this morning? We were talking about something political, and you said, "Oh, voting for breakfast instead of
Yeah.
voting for Brexit."
No,
And
that's.
I just absolutely ripped into you, and you're just like, ah.
Dude, we were laying in bed just like ranting about shit that we do. And because the context was like, look, if people want to vote for whoever they want, that don't mean they should lose their job, right? I don't believe they should. You know, people are entitled, whether you agree to it or not.
to
That
a to an extent, I think.
they should be
To an extent,
they should be allowed to vote for who they want to, though.
I
That's
have
just
an
a
opinion, but
that's a right,
there's
give or
there are
take.
certain opinions that should be
Oh yeah, I mean
excluded,
opinions, but I'm just I'm purely just base level talking about like voting. You should be allowed to
like in
vote who you want.
general. Oh yeah,
Right.
100%.
So that was that. And I just said like, oh yeah, people that vote for breakfast. So, right. And it was like, breakfast. So, yeah, that was that one. And I was like, okay, cunt.
That's sticking now, by the way.
It always does,
That's
doesn't
gonna
it? Right?
that's gonna be. Some of them don't. I completely forgot. There are a couple that you've done that have stuck, and I think that's gonna be one that sticks. So be prepared for that. Lovely.
If my BPD had a name and personality, what would you call it? Describe
Isabel.
them. Describe them like a reality show contestant.
I'm not good at that sort of stuff. I don't know, man.
Just say my full legal name instead, eh?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I mean, people are going to put two and two together, aren't they, anyway? So, 3.
But if it were on a reality TV show, it'd be on Big Brother.
Probably. Fucking hell. D28 in the Big Brother house. It is 7 a.m. and Izzy is having a meltdown in the diary room.
Literally.
So, how many I hate you, don't leave me moments have you survived so far?
Fucking.
Ballpark it.
Nah, I can't even ballpark it.
Fair.
I can't.
What's the pettiest argument we've ever had that felt like the world was ending? Just the way you say it. Just the fucking way you say shit. Then I take it really like... I'm like...
You take some things like way too seriously.
I do. No, I do. I'm like, he said that singular word in the wrong fucking tone.
That's more a question that you should be answering, not me, I think.
All right. There's so many stupid stuff, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? Like, but then I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
angsty when I'm in bed, me. Like, this isn't even not to do with BPD. I'm just I'm a mangy cunt. Like, when I'm half asleep, like, you nick my bed cover off me. And he's...
Mate, I'm sorry, like, when you get angry on a night, like, in the middle of the night, like, I'm just, like, half asleep, and you're literally in bed, and I'm like, what's going on? Because you can't sleep for whatever reason it is.
Well, last night I was too cold because he had the thin blanket on. And he had the fan on.
And you were clinging to me.
I was
like
clinging
3
to him. I was like, I'm cold. He was like, what's up with you? And I didn't want to tell him because I didn't want to look like a pussy. And I was like, I'm cold.
Do you want to know a secret?
What?
I was awake when you were clinging to me, and I was starting to get a little bit cold as well.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I'm like, glad we kept that PG. Oh.
So I made you get the blanket, and it works.
Oh, thank you for the subscription. I love that.
Hey.
This is Ren, by the way, in chat. They're in the VIP on my Discord, because if you do subscribe to me, you get to be in the VIP section. You get certain perks, like certain emotes and stuff. I think, you know, if you get, like, moving emotes now, because I have updated things, actually, on here. So there should be such things as this. Will it send? Oh, look at me, shaking my ass. Or such things as, like... This is the therapist walking towards you. Boom. Anyway, I worked hard on that. Yes, exactly. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass. I hadn't had that in time, actually. So, okay.
What else you got for me?
Do you ever hear "we need to talk" and instantly feel like you're about to be trauma bonded or
Yes.
attacked?
Yes. And it doesn't matter whether it's at work or in like a romantic relationship. We need to talk. I need to have a word with you or something. It's like instant pit in my stomach.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is for me as well with you though, but that's because I've literally have so much of a fear of you abandoning me. I'm like, you know, so like, to be fair, it's the same with like when I've been in work, I've been in jobs, you know, friendships. They've been like, we need to talk, and I'm like, what is it?
What have I done?
Literally, like, no, please don't sack me.
God.
Like,
Ah.
yep. Okay, so, oh, sorry, my eye went blurry then. My eye were doing your eye then. Um,
Who's doing whose eye? What? The fuck?
I meant because
What
you've
does
got a
that
like
mean?
dodgy eye, aren't you?
Oh, get me eye. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah. Um. So, what's your BPD boyfriend badge of honor moment? What do you think you deserve a badge of honor for with my BPD? All of it.
All right.
No, no. Sometimes though, like I will.
Sticking around with this crazy bitch. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh,
He might.
she's
You know
gone.
what? He might.
Oh,
He might.
stream's over, guys.
He might think I'm a crazy bitch, but he got my nails done last. I can't be that crazy, can I? Do you know what I mean? Like they do actually need redoing.
Yes,
though,
I did. I do. I did pay for your nails to be done, and took care of you that weekend, didn't I?
He don't complain. He don't complain. I'll tell you that though. I wear the grippy socks, but do you know what I mean? If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. I beat.
And it's like taking care of you.
I've got that BPD. I bust that pussy down.
Oh my god.
So anyway, I know you do. I appreciate. No, I appreciate it. No, I love being treated like a princess. I don't care.
I'm not delusional enough to be that guy's like, I can fix her, but you know, I
No,
do
you
like
can't fix
taking
me.
care of you and babying you and stuff.
I have had that said to me before. No, you can't fix me, and I have told them, and I've been like, no, you can't.
No one
Like,
can fucking fix me either, mate. Like we're both fucked. Like it's just
no, you're my favorite
set things
person,
on
and I will
fire
try.
Yes.
I've already had you in therapy and counselling. Thank you. So, right now, well, okay. Relationship shenanigans. Okay. Have you ever had to Google something I said during an emotional spiral, or like a split? Have you had to Google something?
No, because most of the time I feel like too burnt out to bother, if I'm honest, and just like exhausted from like the whole like situation. It's more so afterward, like when we speak about stuff after the fact, and we try and like explain things, not excuse things, explain things, and yeah.
No, I want to be like clear, like just like it's for me because I can't speak for everyone that has BPD. Do you know, it's different for like literally everyone. But
Because like for me, sorry,
right.
for me, it's like I struggle like going to work fucking 5 days a week as it is anyway. Like I've been between jobs like for a couple months, weeks at this point, and my CV's longer than fucking. I can't draw an analogy, but it's long. So I struggle with like working in general, and then like obviously on top of that, it's like it's very tiring sometimes.
Valid. I didn't know if you were adding. I didn't know if it were going. If it were like going further. Then, that's valid. Yeah. I think, which I know I've said before, like sometimes, like as much as I am willing to send you, which you know I do send you resources and stuff. Sometimes I feel it would be nice if you did some of your own research.
I understand, but as I was just about to say, like, on the back of me saying, like, because I'm always like exhausted from work and stuff, I struggle with that a lot myself as well. So dealing with this and that, although I am willing to, like 90% of the time, I just don't have it in me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. And it's not like I don't want to do that. It's just that I really feel like I physically can't. Like I just want to have some time to myself, and I just need a bit of time to relax and do my own
Yeah.
thing rather than
That's fair.
yeah no.
I
And I
can
know
relate to
it
what I mean.
puts a lot of the like emotional burden on you, but don't get me wrong. I appreciate you for all of that, but I think the main thing is not necessarily. And correct me if I'm wrong, because this may come across as an assumption. It kind of is, but you doing most of like the emotional legwork with like the resources and things. I forgot where I was going with it. I've lost the thought.
Uh,
I've lost the thought.
it's fine. It's emotional. It's
Sorry.
draining for me. It's, we need to just find some kind of resource that's going to work for both of us that we can maybe like look back on at times that when we need to. Um,
See if I can.
it's emotionally draining
If I
in
can
both of
remember
us
it.
for different ways. It's fine. We can come back to it. If the memory comes
Fuck.
back, it's fine. If it
It
comes,
was important as well.
oh sorry.
It's not your fault.
You can always just Zeke be like literally. I don't know what that character's from, but I'm showing my age now. I don't know. I don't follow that.
Literally me.
Yeah, I love that. Um, that's him most of the time, by the way. Okay. Okay. What's the most ridiculous thing I've ever said while splitting? Give it to me. I want to hear this.
While you're splitting.
Yeah. What's like the most out there like?
I can't really answer that. I can't pinpoint anything in particular, to be honest. But it's probably the thing. The thing that gets me the most is like when you say something, and then I say something like in reference to that, and you said like, "But I never said that," and I'm like, "Excuse me, it was literally the previous message."
Right. In my defense, no, it's not defense. No, that's not. No, look, right. Take full accountability. You know, I haven't fully looked into it myself yet. Apparently, memory loss is a thing with BPD. Could well be because I don't know about anyone else. If anyone else here suffers with again BPD or like has anger issues or anything like that, but you can get that angry, you forget what's happened.
Yeah,
Can be like that. Doesn't excuse
I
it.
get that.
We still have to take accountability, don't we? Do you know what I mean? Like regardless, it's cool. You've done it.
I'm still annoyed about losing that fall.
You weren't even angry and you just lost that thought. So, okay. Have I ever tested your patience in public? I can think of one. And made you question reality. I know one. I got pissy the other
When we
week.
were in town,
Yeah, it was a very hot fucking day. Not that excuse it. That were a
No.
fucking. That was guys.
First heat wave.
A few weeks ago now, and we'd had that really hot heat wave for a few days. And I know probably a couple of friends I'd spoke to that I was like, hey, I'd gone into town. And it was like the weekend, and I remember because I saw my mum. My mum could be watching, to be fair, because I send her my streams, and I'd gone into because my mum, without revealing too much, she worked at a library, and we'd gone in to see her and stuff, and she's like, "You all right?" And I was like, "No, I had a bit of a breakdown." in the burger shop, which I did. I actually I held back my tears, to be fair. I held back. Why is my camera going all weird? No! Oh, okay, we're fine now. We should be. It should go back to normal. Is it back to normal now? Yes. Ah! It was having a split. Okay, so... Sorry about that. I clicked buttons. And I was tearing up over stuff that I was probably... See, it's hard for me because, like, there's still things that I'm like... No, like, you did that. I know you did that. And then I gaslight myself a lot. But then sometimes I'm like, no, you didn't actually do that. But then it's like, I question it. And it's, again, this is a lot of, like, things that, like, trigger me, to be fair. Is I'll think I know something, but cannot confirm if that happened or not. So it's like, I'm like doing my own confirmation bias or not. And it causes more fucking shit, essentially. It's not healthy.
No.
So yeah, do you want to add to that, or is that, do you agree with that? Like,
I agree. But that's where sometimes it gets frustrating because after the fact we can both agree that, for example, you were in the wrong. But, like, in the moment, you're, like, so 100% sure of yourself. And it's, like, so hard to break through and, like...
Like, I'll be honest with you now. You talking to me right now. This is in, like, real time, guys. Like, I'm still not 100% right now. Bringing it back up, I'm not gonna... Now, this is, like, live action, this. I'm not going to split on him because I could recognise that, like, hey, look, I have no way of proving this. Like, this is literally... just me being paranoid, you know. Hey, look, we all aren't perfect, you know, but that's that, really. I start to get, like, this feeling in my stomach. Yeah, really, but yeah. Next question. So,
I'm so annoyed I lost that thought still. Like, that's really bugged me.
You'll have to put it in the Discord if it comes back to mind.
Yeah.
On a scale of... I know it's nearly half past, sorry. I'm on the last parts of the questions now. So, on a scale of 1 to tattooing my name on your face, how intense is my love bombing?
I assume tattooing the name on the face is a 10.
Yes.
7.
Is it that bad? Is that obvious? Was it that obvious when we first started dating? Surely not. I thought
6
I was
to 7, yeah.
I thought I was pretty chill. Guys, I think we've been found out. I thought I was pretty chill when I first met you. Like, I was like level-headed. I kept my distance because I was trying to match like your vibes because he's like an avoidant for sure, at least back then. So I was like, I'm gonna match his energy. So, because you know.
But you didn't.
What do you mean?
So, but you didn't.
How do you mean though? I did. I matched your energy because like because I remember you would message me and you would be like, why are you being like this? And I'm like, I'm literally matching you. And you'd be like, oh, I think you'd be a bit took back by that I'm going to match that. Like, I ain't just going to stand for...
I mean, you did, but then like, you went back on it pretty easily. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it was pretty obvious.
My one drive isn't synced.
That's...
So cool.
It's...
I just thought I played it quite cool because I could see when he was getting like more like attached at times. I could absolutely tell when you were, because I was like, I think I remember saying to like friends at the time, I was like, I think this man's in love with me. I'm not sure, but I think he might be in love with me or have like feelings for me. You know, as you do ladies, you know how it goes, and theys and thems, you know, and guys. You know, if you've got that kind of friendship with guys.
because I was falling pretty hard, and then I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. So then I just kind of distanced myself, and then it was kind of back and forth with that.
Yes. Yes.
Oof.
So that was that. Anyway, so if I blocked you right now, what's the first thing you'd assumed happened?
That you're gonna commit.
Oh shit, really? Oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm sorry. Oh god. I mean that's a valid response to that. Holy shit. I mean
Hey, I'm just
fair.
being honest.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm glad you take it seriously, eh?
I'd be straight over, no matter what fucking time. Be like,
Well, I'm very vocal, isn't it? So if I just ghosted, that would be
hey, yeah.
a little odd for me. Yeah, if I ever go quiet, guys, for like a long period of time and don't contact anyone, call someone, please, I would say. Okay, so what do you pretend not to notice in order to keep the peace?
I think we've already asked this question. Well, a lot of things, really. It's just part and parcel sometimes for me as a person, sometimes, which is obviously something I said before that I'm working on, but a lot of things.
Would you survive a group chat full of BPD partners? Why or why not?
I think so.
I mean, like, are we talking partners? Do we mean like their partners are partners? Do you know what I'm saying? Are we talking like, like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, because I know I pulled that face, guys, but what I mean is like, with that question, it doesn't like elaborate. Are we talking about people's partners that have BPD or the person themselves with the BPD? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Depends.
Business partners. Business partners disorder.
Business.
I think. Right, so I'll ask the chat. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me or Zake? Is there anyone in here that has a partner, a friend, a relative that has BPD? Or, you know, if there's anything you've ever wanted to know? While I have my partner here, you can ask him. You're more than welcome. I'm on the other end of it, so you can ask me. Yeah, go right ahead, chat if you want to ask any questions. Now is
Oh,
the
I
time.
found that thought.
Go on.
4 questions. I found that thought.
Go on, what's the thought?
So I was going to say, I assume it might be an assumption, but for me, obviously, doing the emotional legwork of the thing, obviously, because I said before that most of the time I'm too exhausted to do it. So for me, it's more like I feel like you are better to find the better resources to explain it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I do appreciate the legwork that you do put in for it.
Yeah, I think that's the same for you.
I will say that because, you know you said before, it's a lot of the emotional legwork. It's tiring, but
yeah,
I mean, now's as good a time as any to bring it up. Like, I would prefer you to be the to do that legwork because you know better if those are credible, if those resources are credible, or if it's just journalistic slop.
Right, that's only because I used to do debates.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
So to clarify to someone in the chat that's messaged me, this is that person. I'm not going to say their name, that you know me. Don't say their name in chat. We're just not using their legal name because cunts on the internet. That is them. Sorry, so what does BPD stand for? Best Pussy Disorder. Borderline personality disorder. It's a disorder that is manifested usually down to trauma, childhood trauma, and I mean it can be other life events as well, but it can change the chemical balances in your brain. Like they've done scans on it. It actually rewires the amygdala. It can change all of that and stuff like how you respond to things. So amygdala.
Have mercy on the
poor bastard. Bloodborne reference, guys. So, if anyone does have any other questions you want to ask me, Zake is...
Brain poopy dog shite. Yeah, that's accurate. Very, very accurate.
Oh. But, yes, I think, I know this is not on my questions list or anything like that, but just to give my own, personal opinion, it's very glamorized on such as, TikTok. Everyone and their auntie's got BPD in their fucking bio. Big Papa D. I ain't finishing that. Which I think, look, I'll be honest, I don't have a problem when someone wants to be like, hey, I think I have BPD, but, if anyone that's in here that has me on Snapchat has seen my fucking breakdowns, there might not be, to be fair, I don't know, there might be, there might not be.
The best one that I've seen from BPD, sorry for chiming in.
Go on.
It's very relevant to you as well. It's bratty princess disorder.
Wow.
Sorry.
Who said that?
I just thought of it myself.
Well, that's funny. Not completely. You put me in a box. It was the right box, though. So, yes, I'm going to just wrap it up then and just thank everyone for being so supportive, because we are just about to, or have just hit 350 followers now on Twitch. And another announcement, we've also hit over 250 followers on TikTok now. And it's been a month? Oh, thank you. That really shit me up. That was really fucking loud through my headset. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, honestly. Everyone's support, even if it's just being in the Discord server, if it's sharing stuff, if it's just watching a video, if you're just lurking on the stream, it all helps. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be like one of these TikTok livers that beg for fucking money. Do you know what I mean? Give us your fucking cash, send me your fucking money, pew pew, whatever. No. I know that's stopping though, isn't it? They're changing all the rules with TikTok, lives now, aren't they? So, but no, I just want a big thank you. Especially this episode for me is quite personal. Now kiss and makeup, guys. Is that the right way of my screen? If only we live together, right? But yes, don't let people take the piss out of you. Essentially, are you in the? No. We wouldn't live together, do we? So no, he's at home.
No,
he's at home at the minute.
We are working on it. But this economy is shit.
And my house is fucking tiny. This is essentially my room. You see my bed here. I have my drawers, just one set of drawers here. This is my bedroom. So, and I have my PC here. Them kissy lips got to stretch. Does that work?
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to just give a thank you, because I do absolutely. I know I spam the shit out of you guys with stuff to do with the podcast and that. You know what I mean? It's all with good intentions and stuff. And I just wanted to thank you. Really, it's been a lot. It's been hard work. It's worth it. Did think again, like I was saying earlier on the Discord, like I didn't think I could do it on my own. I know I'm monologuing, but I just didn't think I could. But we're making it work. But the tongue.
I would say for a future podcast that I would like to do with you, my darling Izzy,
What?
talking about British politics, the state of.
My God, I promised
want to.
I didn't want to do this shit anymore. This is a TikTok live. No, I mean we can't.
Yeah, but that's TikTok.
We can. No, we can. If you want to like touch, if you want to like touch on that and do one like that, we can. There's a voice changer mode on here. Oh, I ain't downloaded the mod now. No, we can definitely put it in the chat. Someone put, oh my God. Oh, someone put, I thought Zake was gonna propose. Oh my God, could you imagine? I know. So you have 2 people now in the chat, guys. Am I not like the perfect woman though? Come on. That would have been peak content. That is the most like nerdiest shit, like just proposing on stream, right? What was I gonna say? So that threw me that then. We could do a politics episode. I'm gonna put more polls. I'll put that in a poll. If you are on my Discord server, I put regular polls because I like my viewers and supporters to pick the episodes that we do. You know, podprosal. I love a poll. What? I love a poll. Right, because I'm letting this go on for ages and he probably wants to go to sleep because he's literally like an old man and goes to bed at like 9 p.m.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh, it's 3 minutes past, guys. Like, it's knocking on 9, you know, like.
You're full of shit is what you are.
So, how do I wrap this up? Okay, right. So, everyone, yes. I'll put... Shut up. I'm going to end it now because that was inappropriate. It's fine, dickhead. Yes, so everyone, yeah, take care of yourselves. I love you all. Have a lovely evening, and I will message everyone later. Bye bye.